Good morning. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready to go shopping. What I was gonna say in African Americans and Black America, that I don't see the unity or a commonplace ground to where they will unite. A lot of it is, I think, that by our type of human nature that is mostly from, I guess, not being a warmonger at all for as many centuries as the Caucasians and the Europeans have. So they don't have the same fright of war coming here and of something greater than themselves taking over and ruling them. So therefore, they're very oppressed in the sense that they don't expect any change or any difference. But the same way as the family has been fractured, so has the black community. The propaganda from the TV and movies have worked very, very well. I say that, and this is going to sound funny, but was it Ronald Reagan, the actor? Sometimes when I look at him and his wife, they look Japanese. And during that time, we had some very critical laws that have changed that open up the floodgates, so we can't have outside interests come in and fuel the flames to racism. And I think it is a way that they were able to keep a certain group very busy, thinking they're being great. Because like a lot of the police, the white police, that they know that they're out to kill blacks. They know what the war in their mind is all about. That is to put as many blacks as in jail. And the black policemen, well, they're just trying to fix their community by putting as many of their people in jail. And whooping their kids, and and these things, incarceration, and like in this neighborhood, has been very devastating. They came out worse, and since the majority of them have the same type of trauma, mental trauma, they all basically are suffering from the same type of mental cirrhosis. That is like a hard scab that can get picked off. It cannot be picked off because it'll take longer to heal. It just needs it needs to get some anesthetic on it, antibiotic. But that is the problem now. And then we have a very fractional sex thing, which is another excellent way to deter people from looking at the big picture. They're only looking at monetary self-gratification, the me, the consumer. I'm working too much. I got child payments. I don't have time to spend to give this kid the knowledge that it really would need. Aside from if I'm the child's father, when I have them on the weekend, they get to see my girls and other kids, so then you have the stigma that this child is growing up with, and the parents are complaining about their childhood and continuing the cycle, and it's gotten worse. And the main problem is that, one, I know, like, it's like old wise tales they were saying, when the white man showed up with their church, the first thing they wanted to do, like, I guess where they were showing white children pictures of African ladies with their breasts out, they were showing them like how like different animals that was getting breastfed, so they made a sort of a stigma, because before you were your child was your worth, and if you had a well-developed, child, that in your older age, when you decline, your children will be there for you because they had learned everything they needed to know to survive and prosper. And they're pretty much minimalist, or with small, when they didn't have a lot of stuff, because they lived off the land. Their food, came from the land. Their clothing, cotton, silk, and the animals. All this, and they were very skilled. Making their clothes, shoes. They're very skilled in doing their homes, and they're very skilled in providing more than enough food for everybody. So things have changed now. The human behavior is we're not gatherers, we're not hunters. We don't have to get up and worry about thinking of a new way of maybe putting two materials together because you need to use them today. So you don't have your mind being exercised in such a way that it could comprehend the outcome, and mainly because you're not in charge of the beginning. You're just in charge of after the finished products and having the money. Anyway, I gotta make a phone call. I gotta go buy some groceries. I guess I won't eat out anymore. I got a little sick. I don't know why I went anyway. I didn't feel like cooking. I just got a sandwich, but I'm alright. I finished it this morning. I guess I'm fine. I got food in here to cook. It's just that cooking is not that easy. And I like to have a variety. But anyway, in short, the United States of America has a big problem, every 250 years, a lot of different I want to say, like the Roman Empire, even the British has been turned over, even though they're, because they're Russian, German, and they just didn't want anybody to know that during World War II. But same thing, like I got Russian, German on my dad's side, and everybody, not everybody. But the thing is, that puts in Asian, and on my mom's side, we've been in America. My mom's side, they've been in America long. We have Indian, and I'm not sure if any of us is really have the African blood like that, from like the 6 generations previous to my mom. I think it was more the people that was already here, the brown people that was already here. Because if you look at both of the United States, North America rather, and South America, and you look over Africa and Europe, you would see that they're on the same hemisphere. The equator wraps around Africa, and they're so similar in everything else, and that the people, and that's a lot of other thing, is that the mishistory, the misinformation, the history that we just give them a little bit of like history from the 16 and 1700s, like things, just started there. The education system has also inhibited them from developing in such a way that they could comprehend. And what I mean is that they know that what their actions are causing. And the whooping has caused them to be insensitive to other people's pain, but very hypersensitive to any criticism, because everything is so painful to them, because the pain for what the hitting is called, what pain meant, what God meant, let me think about that. What you're supposed to have pain for, what your instincts use pain for, is a warning and let you know there's something wrong. When that's been astute, it causes them to not comprehend or empathize with other people's plight and pain. You know, it's like when you hit the kid and they're like, the kid starts crying, and they're like, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. When I see them, it's like, what the hell? What are you gonna do? Break their leg off? And in reality, that can't happen because they're not even. I mean, the person looks like they're in a trance. You know, like they've been hypnotized. But anyway, I think that if we have to have a new way of thinking about how we parent our kids so that we could have a brighter, smarter, healthier, and children that have a happy adventure in life, you know, maybe undo some of the stuff, you know, some of the propaganda, like kids are to be seen, not heard, you know. Yeah. So anyway, because what if a kid gets ready to fall over a cliff? They're not supposed to be heard, so they just. So, you know, I know in Memphis they could really use parenting, and they could really use some help in their school system because the money's not even getting funded there. They're busy they're busy trying to. They don't sift all the money out of the school system, and now they're talking about, oh, we owe the school money for like the last umpteen years. No, there a few people in the industry, in the political industry, politics around here, are able to siphon some money off into their pocket, because nobody here can do their own accounting paperwork. They're going to have to get an outside audit, and that just shows you when that happens. And the one that's always getting it wrong, like the police, they're very sensitive. Like, oh, you can't spell, you're stupid. Oh, you're not having sex. So, you know, whatever that fucking means to them. But they go straight to like, I'm attacking you with what you did. And you know, when you're like, I'm the one who told them about what I did. And you're looking at this person, and then you realize that they're a true moron in all the facets of the world, and you cannot argue with a moron. You don't have to stay a moron. All you got to do is get information. But some of them, their mental capability is that, especially, I hate to say, some Caucasian of a gorilla, and they're just not going to comprehend past, I have to kill. You know, it's, oh my God, you know, because, you know what I'm saying, but what kills me, it's like when that one time a policeman lady was talking and she was messing with me out here and detained me for over an hour, and I heard her supervisor come over and talking about it. Is she crying? She looks over at me, no. And then the bitch spit on me, you know. And in my mind, I'm like, can you imagine what type of piece of shit mother she is? Because she don't have no fucking comprehension. I don't even understand what her fucking problem is. But I do know that, unfortunately, I'm not liked. And it's not because of my behavior or anything else I do. It is because a lot of the propaganda, I don't fit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I got green eyes, I got red hairs. It's like, I know it's like darker, but trust me, that's because of me falling asleep when I get mad at and like what, you know what I mean? It's longer than what it is. I mean, what it looks like. You know what I'm saying? And plus, anyway, you have to this type of black hair. You have to hold. It has to hold water. You need to keep it conditioned. You need to keep it oiled. At least the ends oiled, not so much the scalp, because scalp has to breathe. Now, I was almost going to use mayonnaise, but I can't stand the smell of mayonnaise. But anyway, I'm going to get off of here. I got to make my phone call. They should be up. I hope everybody turned their clock ahead for spring forward. I did it yesterday. I forgot about it. And I think, oh, my clock, I put it up crooked. But anyway, let me call and make arrangements for me to go to the store. But I don't know. I don't see the black community at this stage being able to wanting to come together to heal themselves, because of the simple fact that the propaganda has worked so well, and they bought into it so much with the way they think about their hair, the way you think about your nose, the very critical and negative things that they say about each other on the net. They're not positive, they're haters, and it shows a mentality of now self-oppression, self-ejaculation, it's bad. Anyway, happy Monday, the 9th of March.